introduce the Hidden Things team. So everyone, let's clap for them.
So he's been gone for quite a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, a month and a half.
Do you think he's proved his point?
I should think so.
So do you think it's time?
Yes, it's time. It's time to find him, bring him home, and get things back to normal around here.
And so Herbert and Hegel set off into the town to look for King Joshua. It took them a while, because he wasn't in any of the places that they would expect a king to be. The only place left to look was in the market.
Oh no, I've just trodden on a squashed tomato. Mind the chickens.
What's that horrible, fishy smell? Excuse me, my good man, but we're looking for the king.
Oh yes, we get lots of kings around here. Oh really? I didn't know that.
I think he's making fun of us, Hegel. We're looking for King Joshua.
Well, there's no one round here called Joshua.
We've got a Josh, but he's not a king. He's just an ordinary person like us.
Get your bananas, lovely bananas. Get your Granny Smiths.
Your Majesty.
Oh no.
Wait a minute, what's all this Your Majesty nonsense?
It's Josh. He's King Joshua.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Look at this coin. Look at the face on it. It's him.
King Joshua explained everything to the townspeople. They were so impressed that the king cared for them enough to give up his royal life and come and live amongst them. They had to admit that King Joshua's plan had made it possible to know him like never before. And they knew now that their king understood what their life was like because he had lived it too. The townspeople had a big party to thank the king and decided that every year they would have a special day to celebrate the time when the king came to live amongst them. Things were going to be a bit different from now on.
And so I've decided to make a few changes around here. First of all, I will be going into town to see my friends whenever I want to, without a bodyguard.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And the palace is going to be much more open to my people.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
No guards, no locked gates. The people can come and see me whenever they want.
If they have an appointment.
No, no appointments.
Oh!
And so we come to the end of the amazing story of the undercover king.
Wow, that was an amazing story. Just imagine a king giving all that so that his people can get to know him. But that would never happen in real life.
Well, you know, Jesus humbled and King Joshua ever did so we can get to know him.
How do you mean? What does that have to do with Christmas?
Well, you see, Jesus gave up all the great things in heaven to come to this earth to be born as a baby in a stable. That's what we celebrate at Christmas time. And then, as he grew up and lived his life, he showed us what God was like, and he made it possible for us to become God's friends.
We get sort of thought about it that way.
You see, because Jesus has lived as a real person, he understands all the things we go through in our lives.
We should read about that somewhere.
Well, you can, because people who were there at the time wrote about it in the Bible. So you can read it for yourself. What better time to do that than Christmas?
Wise men still adore him, the one born in Bethlehem.
is from South Korea. Lisa from America. Steffi is from Switzerland.
Yeah.
My name's Julian. I'm all the way from England. But anyway. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope this Christmas, when you're enjoying everything else that's going on, you'll remember what it is we're really celebrating. The time when God became a real person so that we could get to know him and be his friend.